Right after that, I drove the truck to the wholesale market. I didn't buy any flashy snacks. I went straight to the grain and oil section. 500 cases of compressed biscuits, 200 cases of canned luncheon meat, 2 tons of rice, and 2 tons of bottled purified water. The wholesale bosses were grinning from ear to ear, thinking some big buyer had shown up. They even offered to deliver it for me. No need. I pointed at the black shark parked outside. Just load it on there. When the last case of water was stuffed into the gap, the entire truck bed was almost packed full. But this 400-ton load-bearing beast swallowed dozens of tons of supplies, and its suspension didn't even sink 1 inch. In the last 24 hours before the apocalypse, the city's atmosphere started to feel off. Most people were still caught up in their daily routines, but the sensitive ones had already noticed something strange. The sky had turned a weird grayish yellow, the clouds were hanging extremely low, and even phone signals were cutting in and out. The news was reporting strange events everywhere, while experts argued on TV about whether this was a sign of solar flare activity. But I knew it wasn't a solar flare. It was the mechanical spark approaching Earth. It was a high-dimensional energy wave, one that would rewrite the physical rules of Earth. I drove the Fortress slowly toward the destination I had carefully chosen. It was an unfinished overpass on the edge of the city. The terrain was high, easy to attack from, and easy to defend. Most importantly, there were few people and few cars here. After all, the first wave of the apocalypse didn't come from mechanical beasts. It came from the vehicles around humans. January 26, 2026, 11:58 a.m. 2 minutes left until the apocalypse. This was the city's busiest time. Traffic packed the intersection, and a red Ferrari was revving its engine at the light. That was Zhang Hao. On the sidewalk, Wang Ergo was riding his old 28-inch bicycle with freshly bought groceries hanging from the handlebar. Everyone was living on their usual track, completely unaware. The final 10 seconds. The grayish-yellow sky suddenly turned into a blinding purple-red. The clouds began to spin, forming a massive vortex. Every electronic device went black at that moment. The traffic lights went out. The entire city's power system collapsed instantly. The whole world fell into 1 second of total shutdown. I took a deep breath. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tightly that my knuckles turned white. An indescribable purple shockwave fell from the top of the sky and swept across the entire world in an instant. Boom! But it wasn't an explosion. It was a resonance that struck straight into the soul. I felt no pain. I only felt a massive force pinning me down into the driver's seat. The seat became warm and soft, and countless nanometal particles surged out of it. They climbed along my spine and covered my entire neural link system. Constructing, power core syncing, life support system activated. A series of cold mechanical voices rang directly inside my head. This wasn't a hallucination. The windshield in front of me liquefied instantly, turning into a giant panoramic light screen. Countless data streams flashed across it. Vehicle SCMG 400. Modified Fortress Transformation Protocol. Mass Conservation and Function Mapping. Transformation completion 100%. Mech codename, Fortress. Height, 15.6 meters. Total mass, 660 tons. Armor type, heavy ship-grade steel composite armor. Average thickness, 80 millimeters. Core, G400 diesel power matrix. Output, 3,650 horsepower. Status, perfect. It worked. I clenched my fist hard, feeling the enormous power inside me. I had merged with this steel beast. My thoughts were its commands. My will was its action. I looked out the window. My field of vision had already risen more than 10 meters into the air. The whole world had gone insane. At the intersection, that red Ferrari was violently transforming. Its body stretched out, and all 4 wheels flipped and folded into limbs. The front end split open, and a pair of sharp arm blades